played game by both teams. We found ourselves down 1-0, but stuck with it. I thought we took over the game probably midpoint of the second period. Gave up very few shots on net, but it's a couple prime chances where Stuart Skinner stood tall for us. I thought we really took it to them in the third period, but we're unable to crack their goaltender, who had a heck of a game and a heck of a series. And I actually didn't love our start to overtime, but we simplified a few things and we stuck with it. And I think that's reflective on the leadership of our team, the character of the group, the never say die attitude. Like you said, I don't think we led for 1 minute in this series, but we never felt sorry for ourselves. We just stuck with it. And we felt that if we could do it harder and longer than the other team, eventually we would crack them. And it took 2 overtime games to get it done. And it's, like I said, it's a full credit to the leadership in that locker room. It's a full credit to all the players in that locker room who've demonstrated the will and want to continue to play hard for each other.
I'll open it up for questions here. My voice is hoarse enough.
Yeah, I've got a question, Jay. You talked about leadership, and certainly I think tonight your veterans really shone bright. You got Brad Malone with the game winner, but most shots tonight. Cracknell was there all night. Griffith was there all night with just leading, firing away. What can you say about that leadership core of the veterans?
Outstanding. People that I hold in the highest of esteem. You get to see the product on the ice. I get to see the day in, day out, on the ice, off the ice effort that these players put in, the effort that they put into being proud Condors, to representing the city with as much enthusiasm as they can. So I get to see that on a daily basis, and to see them perform the way they did in this series, I'm very proud of them, And if you think that's just on the small picture, on the big picture, if you think of the effect of what these men do on a daily basis, the effect that has on a first-year hockey player in the American Hockey League, or even a second-year hockey player, it's amazing. They do it right on a daily basis, and they show the way to our younger players, which, as everyone knows, are the lifeblood to an NHL organization.
Coach, final home game of the season. Your thoughts on that?
Well, the only disappointment I have is that, this arena wasn't filled to the rafters, because I thought it was quite a hockey game. Very exciting both ways. I felt we controlled the bulk of play. And it would have been easy for us to have an aw shucks attitude, and the goalie has our number, but we just stuck with it. We greased our way, we grinded our way, and at the end of the day, we outworked a goaltender and found a way to get the winning goal. But one thing I haven't mentioned yet is the esteem that our staff and our team has for our opponent in that series. I think they're a heck of a hockey team. I think they're first class. I think they're well coached. They have great veterans and great young players as well. I thought it was a heck of a series. And for any fans that were watching in the arena, they got to see that. But certainly the ones that were watching at home, they got to see quite the series.
Any further questions?
Coach,
go ahead, Clay. Go ahead, Clay.
Coach, I know kind of not a traditional playoff, but is there still a little sting of that, or is there just an actual a real satisfaction in getting to the final round of what you were able to get?
I think there was a lot of hard work put into this season, to making this a season. First of all, it takes a huge commitment from the organization to ice a team during a pandemic. So financially, the Edmonton Oilers stepped up and made sure that we were fielding a team in the American Hockey League and developing our young players, not outsourcing player development. So that was big. We grinded our way through an 0-5 start and went on a 9-game winning streak, kind of found our footing. And all of a sudden, we found ourselves in a playoff series versus a high-quality opponent. And I think, these are strange days that we're living in through this pandemic. We're starting to have some type of normalcy return to life here in California. But for us to be able to put our gear on and compete, to be able to move on, I think you saw what our team's all about. I think you saw their care for each other. I think you saw how they respect the game and want to be the best that they can be. And that's just the message from the coaching staff, is to try and maximize our daily opportunity so that we can be the best that we can be and push things to the limit. And like I said, it's a heck of a series. We beat a high quality opponent, and we're going to enjoy it for a little bit and get prepared for Henderson.
We'll go Greg Kerr next.
Yeah, Coach, I don't know if this was addressed before I got on, but your defense sure made a statement against a great offense.
Yeah, you know what? If you just looked at the statistical numbers of the season, you could see that San Diego is a high-powered offense. They could score goals, and we wanted to negate that. And so, our D did a heck of a job, and I don't think our D is, made up of, the high-flying puck movers that put up huge numbers, but we play the game hard. We defend hard. We defend and play towards our strengths. I also think it's a team-wide commitment. It starts with our goaltender, Stuart Skinner, who's just been phenomenal. It goes to our D-corps, who plays the game the right way and makes teams earn every inch that they get on the ice surface. And then for our forwards to work back like they do and grind it out, it's a fun group to coach. And like I said earlier, it's not like we were going against a team that just barely made the playoffs. This is a high-flying team, a team that was, San Diego's littered with first-round draft picks and one-way contracts. And our team just committed to trying to outwork them and outgrease them. And in the end, we got the result that we wanted.
Time for one more. Carrie, I think I saw you unmuted if you wanted.
Yeah. Thank you. Hey, Coach. So not to make a joke, but obviously this is, you're chasing the chick, but there's something about this Condors team that likes to be in the chase and coming from behind. What does that say about the team to have the heart to be able to do that this whole series and come from behind to win it?
Yeah. And, we demonstrated that at different times during the year as well, including our last game of this regular season in Henderson. I think we were down 3 goals and we came from behind. I can't say enough about the leadership in our locker room. I think they say the right things, they do the right things, and they instill a never say die attitude. And for us as a coaching staff, we just try and speak the language of information and correction in between periods, and things that we need to work on and get better at, and things that we need to stick with. And, it shows that if you're willing to play the game the right way and you can do it harder and longer than the opponent, then most times you get the result that you want. So it's a full credit to our leadership group, full credit to our entire team, because that was a team effort.